guys, I'm Jess Tom, and today I wanted to talk to you about using whole spices. So we all know, everyone says you want to use whole spices because they're going to be fresher. The ground spices that you get in the store, they've been around for a while, and the more surface area that's exposed to the air, the more the volatile oils are going to degrade, and that's why you want to buy whole spices. So what do? You put them through the grinder, you put them in a mortar and pestle, but is that it? Is that everything that whole spices are good for? Well, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to use whole spices that don't involve grounding them. Dukkah is an Egyptian spice and nut blend that you can put on everything from toast to chicken to fish to popcorn. It's just a super flavorful, nutty, roasty, highly spiced, highly flavorful thing that you can sprinkle on your food. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of cumin, and cumin is a really versatile spice. And it's common in Mexican cooking, in Indian cooking, in Middle Eastern cooking. There are some regions in China where you can get this cumin lamb that's really delicious. And so cumin you need to have in your regular arsenal. The second spice that I'm going to put in here is coriander. And did you know coriander is just the seed? It's just the seed of cilantro. So we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of that. Coriander is a little more powerful than cumin, so I'm gonna put a little less. And then we're going to put some fennel. And of course, fennel has that anise flavor that is actually really essential to dukkah. I think fennel is kind of the key spice in this. So we're going to take that, I'm gonna mix it up, and then I'm also going to add some slivered almonds. And so you can use any other nut. Some people use hazelnut, some people use pistachio. I like almonds because they're a milder nut. They can act as a canvas for the other spices. I'm gonna mix it up. And then the other thing to add a little bit more nuttiness is some black sesame seeds. Do they need to be black sesame seeds? Can they be regular white sesame seeds? Yes. But I love how the black looks because it adds a bit more color contrast. All right, mix that up, and then we want to add some salt because this is basically a spice blend, and you want it to also season your food as well. Season and flavor. So here is our dukkah. We're just going to toast it until the nuts are golden brown and you can smell the aroma of all of those spices. So the dukkah is now roasty toasty, and we're gonna put it on our salmon fillet. All I do now is I just sprinkle this on top of the salmon and then just press it down so it sticks. Pop it in the oven at 400. I just roasted it at 400 for 20 minutes, and we're going to have a taste. You know, what I love about this preparation is that it's so easy, but you get so much flavor between the spices and the nuts, and a lot of that texture too, because we're keeping those spices whole. Wally. The next thing we're going to make is a Szechuan style hot chili oil. And so even though this is an Asian recipe, you can put it on a sandwich, you can put it on roast vegetables, you can put it on a plate of pasta. A lot of dishes can benefit from a little bit of heat. So what we're going to do is we have this small little saucepan here, and I'm just going to add some olive oil. And even though olive oil has some flavor, it's okay to use in this preparation because there's so much flavor in the spices and in the chilies that the taste of the olive oil doesn't really come out. Plus, olive oil is healthy for you, so if you can use it, use it. We have our olive oil, we have star anise, and like the fennel before, star anise does have a licoricey flavor, but the difference is that star anise has a little bit more of a warm spice, almost like a cinnamony undertone, which is really great in this chili oil. So I'm going to drop a couple stars of star anise in here. I'm gonna use some Szechuan peppercorn. And if you haven't had Szechuan peppercorn before, you might be in for a little bit of a shock because it has a very unique taste. It's not really a taste, it's kind of like a sensation. It's a tingling on your tongue. It's what Chinese people call ma la, that is numbing and spicy. All right, we're gonna put these Szechuan peppercorns in. And then I'm going to put some chili flakes. And then I'm going to put in 2 bay leaves. 1, 2. All right, and now we have the chili oil on the heat, and we just want to bring it up to a very light simmer. You don't want it to boil because 1, the olive oil is going to start to smoke and degrade, and 2, you don't want to burn the chilies and the spices because that won't taste so good. All right, this has been simmering on low for 30 minutes. And now let's strain it. Now, chili oil. So the last thing we're going to make actually doesn't involve cooking at all. It's making your own spiced rum. Now you can definitely buy your own spiced rum at the store, but it's so easy to make it yourself and you can customize it to your liking. So I start with dark rum here. And this already has a deep, great flavor that's going to highlight and give some oomph to those spices. I'm gonna put some cinnamon sticks, drop them in there. I have some green cardamom. It smells so good already. Green cardamom, and then I'm going to put some cloves. You gotta be careful with this or they're gonna pop in your face. Good. Some cloves. And this is so great for those wintry cocktails. Or even if you want to put it in a cake, like a baba or rum, and get that extra flavor from the rum itself. I mean, if you can put extra flavor in the rum, why not? And then I'm going to take orange peel. And so whenever you're using a peel, you want to try to get organic because you're using the outside. And if you're infusing this in your alcohol for 3 weeks, you want to make sure that there's only good stuff in here. You want to spritz a little bit of the oils already in to give it a head start. Pop. And then I'm going to close it up, shake it up, and let it rest in a cool, dark place for 3 weeks. So we have our spice and nut crusted fish. That's dukkha, an Egyptian spice and nut blend. We have our Asian chili oil with Szechuan peppercorns and star anise. And then we have our spiced rum, perfect for those holiday cocktails. So keep your spices whole and put away that spice blender. See you next time. In this jar for safekeeping, let it cool before. Oh, careful, Wally.